Okay, we got the drone up. We'll use the sound off of this camera. Wave at the camera. Here's where we're at. Now the clouds are kind of moving in. Steve put his tripod up.
I put everything away.
And I think the sun's gonna break here in a little bit. Hey, welcome to our channel. Whether you're trekking through the Ozarks or just out there enjoying nature, our mission is simple: to help you become a better landscape photographer and to bring you along for the ride. Well, good morning. Here we are, finally, Steve and I's on a trip together. I've been looking forward to this for a while. We're at
Grand Gulf State Park in southern Missouri, not too far from the Arkansas border. I think we're a little bit east of West Plains, and I can't pronounce the town closest to us.
Kong something.
Kashkakong, something like that. Yeah, I apologize to you folks from that town who are watching us.
We left the house at 4:30 this morning. What time is it?
It is now, my watch hasn't even woken up yet.
6:55.
Yeah, 6:55.
And we have clouds to the east. It looks like we're getting some color, but I don't know. It may have to come up quite a ways. Will it be worth the effort? It always is. And Steve has the best saying ever: we're going to take what's given.
Yeah, take what's given. I know I shrugged my shoulders there. Is it worth the effort? I don't know. This may be more of a scouting adventure, which is fine.
That's right.
I kind of wonder what it's going to look like when the leaves sprout out, or if you're here during the snow. We have a picture back here that apparently when it rains a lot, there's a giant waterfall.
So it might be something if we get a lot of rain, we may come back and see if we can find a waterfall here.
Yeah.
So come along with us, see what we find. May just be a scouting trip, but those are still good. That's pretty through there. You see that?
There's a lot to look at here.
And that must be where the waterfall comes from.
Yeah, I'm not, obviously hadn't been here before. There's a place in Arkansas called Mammoth Spring. And from what I understand, whatever stream comes through here and caused this cave system, it used to be a cave through here and it collapsed a long time ago, like way before people. And the water disappears somewhere in this area, then pops out at Mammoth Spring down in Arkansas.
That goes a long ways down there. Steve and I was just talking. How would you ever show scale here, Steve?
I have really no idea. I mean, sometimes...
Okay, take your pretty backpack and I want you to hike all the way down there and wait for me to take a picture.
Be a lot quicker just to jump off right here.
But the splat wouldn't be pretty.
But you'd have scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of landscape photographers, we try to avoid having people in the pictures. However, there are times when having a person in the photo gives whatever you're photographing a scale. Like I'm thinking when I was out in Arches National Park a few years ago. I mean, the arches are awesome, but until somebody is standing next to it, you really have no idea how big those things are. But this has got to be one of the deepest places in Missouri, I would think. That's
way down there.
Yeah.
And there's still snow down there from the last snow. So Steve's right. This probably doesn't see a lot of sunlight. Okay, this is strange. We're standing on this platform right here. You saw the edge of it. And this sign right here is telling us it was underwater. Wow, that's a lot of water through here.
Yeah, and that cave we saw down there, apparently that's the out.
Yeah, this here?
It's the drain. Straight down from us.
Oh, wow. That right there is what Steve's talking about. I'm thinking for Milky Way.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
If we could line up the Milky Way here one day.
That'd be something.
Wouldn't it?
That would be something. My watch. Come on, watch. There we go. Okay, this is west. Due west.
So southwest would be that way slightly.
Way.
We need to mark or take a picture with your phone to get the coordinates and then check it on PhotoPills. This would be worth the effort, I think.
Here comes the coordinating. Beep.
So He took a picture with his phone. I don't know if you know this, but if you get the photo and flip it up on your phone, you get the coordinates of where you are standing when you took the picture. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is I grab my camera out of my bag. I'm gonna set up, I think, through this little porthole here and see what it looks like. And I'll do that handheld. There's no reason to get the tripod out until I see something I want to take. The clouds are kind of disappearing. The sunrise looks like it's not going to be much of a sunrise. Tripods are a pain in the butt. It takes a while to set them up, but I'm getting some nice clouds now, and I think the sun, if we're patient, the sun might light this up pretty cool. Here's what I've got back at the camera. I've got it level, but that's the image I'm seeing, and I'm gonna pull out my polarizer and see if that helps any. I don't know that there's very much color, but the sun is starting to light up the gulch. Lack of words. Canyon. They say this is the Grand Canyon of Missouri. What are you thinking, Steve? Think out loud.
Okay. I had my landscape lens on, and
when you say landscape lens,
12 millimeter to 24 millimeter.
Okay.
So it gives a pretty wide view of things. It's great for Milky Way shooting, and usually for landscapes, kind of what we're looking at. However, we have mainly brown trees. There's no canopy here. It's definitely tan rocks, brown, wet mud down below. In other words, very similar colors.
Yep.
And to me, looking through the camera, it really didn't give any depth to anything. So I thought, it's just not that. And so I thought, I'll put on a bit of a zoom lens, because there is like a narrow spot. I don't know how far out there that is, 100 yards, 200 yards, I don't know. And it kind of narrows up. And I thought, well, that might be kind of cool, that little gateway looking thing further out. So put on the zoom lens, see if I can pull that in a little bit and see what we get.
And that, again, that narrow gap right there, it's hard to put scale to it, but it's pretty big.
Yeah, that's why I have no idea how far out there it is.
It's way, it seems like it's way over there, but lots of leaves down through there, little green moss. So I'm gonna grab my polarizer and turn it on my eye and see if maybe it adds a little contrast and color. So Steve and I, as we're waiting on the light, are looking at this scene, and there's not a lot of color, but we're saying that we're kind of leaning towards maybe black and white images here. The Ozarks this time of year can be pretty gray and flat. We can boost the color a little bit.
What color?
In post, yeah. Maybe the red leaves, I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm seeing are the sycamores kind of standing out, kind of framing the composition.
Yeah, we were just talking about how this might be the worst time of the year to go out for pictures of color, unless you're after sycamores. Those are nice and white.
They are. Let me show you. Let me show you here what Steve's talking about. See those white sycamores back down there? And that's why I'm seeing the black and white. There's a lot of grayscale. I see the middle of the valley being zone 10.
Oh, okay.
dark. And then the sycamores being zone 2, maybe a 1.
All right, very briefly, since you brought it up, what's this zone business you were talking about?
Ansel Adams taught the zone system, and I taught it when I first did black and white photography. Zone 10 is the blackest black. You know how we get clipping now when we turn on those filters in Lightroom and you get the blue? That means there's nothing there. Zone 10 would be pure black. Zone 1 would be pure white at the edge of clipping. So zone 2 would be what we set our cameras to when we do the exposure to the right. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what zone.
Yeah, so Ansel Adams' photos look good because he tried to make sure he had
all the way from 1 to 10.
Yep, something representative in each area.
Yep. My horizon line right now in my composition, because the sky is kind of boring, there's a little color showing, but not much. I've got it clear to the top almost. I'm looking down at this rock here, Steve. If we had a backpacker with a bright backpack standing on that rock,
yeah,
it would kind of neat. I really think this is another season type photo. spring, fall, maybe even. I think this would be beautiful in the fall.
Yeah, maybe we'll find, if this path does take us down,
we might find
maybe
something.
We'll find something down there.
Yep. I'm going to wait a little longer, be a little patient, and see what the sun does up here.
Right now, it's not cooperating.
It's not. And maybe we ought to just go on down and see what we find down there and come back up. The sun, like Steve said, there's some snow and ice still down there, so the sun may not ever hit it way down there. There's the cave.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And there's some water down below it, so we're going to take the trail down in just a little bit.
Yeah, at the very least, Mike, you should just slide your behind right on down the side.
Uh-huh. Looks like it'd be muddy down there, Steve.
Well,
yeah, we got some nice footage. We've never been here before, so we're kind of wandering around. We've seen pictures of people at the bottom. So we're gonna see if this trail is gonna take us down there.
Natural bridge.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. The weatherman said sunny. Look at this. We're socked in with clouds. Steve and I are doing this little trail. Natural bridge trail, is that what it was called, Steve?
Yes, natural bridge trail.
So far we haven't found the natural bridge.
Well, I have a feeling we'll be walking on the top of it and we won't know we're on the natural bridge. There we go. Oh well.
Well, this kind of turned out to be a scouting mission.
Yeah.
The clouds, it was supposed to be sunny today, but the clouds moved in and it doesn't look like it's going to let up. We do think it's going to be a spot to come back, don't you think?
Yeah. Although if you come back in the dead of summer, it's probably a bad time because the canopy of the trees will be obscuring everything.
Yeah.
And so we were thinking spring or fall, and probably early spring and late fall.
Yep.
Be the times come down, which of course this is further south in Waynesville, so the leaves change at a different time.
Later.
And ideally after a big rain.
Yeah. It looks like there's lots of waterfall. It'd take a lot of rain, but if you ever hear that there's massive rain in southeast Missouri, I think this would be the place to come. And ideally, right after it rained, it would be good.
Yeah.
We talked about, Steve took a shot on his phone. We talked about looking up in photo pills to see if the Milky Way ever lines up with the canyon. That would be a tough shot because you'd have to make an exposure for the canyon itself and then wait for the Milky Way to line up, which would be phenomenal.
And also, we were hoping you could get to the bottom of the canyon and shoot, and we've seen pictures of people walking around down there, and we don't know how they got there.
No, it's steep walls. The little trail we took is steep walls unless there's one, further up the valley here. We're not sure what we're going to do from here. We may go explore some more. There's what do we call it? A old mill paddle wheel.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the woods. We've both seen pictures of it. It might be good on an overcast day, but right now it's kind of a bland day in the Ozarks here.
Yeah, and there are a couple of springs not far from here. We might
check them out.
Yeah,
if we find another spot, we'll do some more video recording. If not, we'll end the video. Subscribe.
Yep. Hit the little like buttons.
Yep. Share it.
I think if you would tell roughly 200 of your friends that we're here,
we'd reach 1,000.
Yeah. But anyway, the numbers keep going up, which is fantastic. But we do this for the fun of it.
Yep.
We're
not going to make money doing this.
Nah.
But Steve came up with this idea. If you have a place close to you that is off the beaten path, and when I say beaten path, we're old guys. We don't want to climb mountains or anything. But picturesque places, maybe not even state parks, leave a comment. Keep sending them. We're always looking for a new place to photograph. This was a commitment today, 4:30, 2 hours. Not every time are you going to get winter pictures.
No.
Not every time. And I said winter, not winter. So winter pictures. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Come along with us. See ya. Bye.